How did giants walk? This question baffled scientists. But the answer lies deep within the physics of their powerful skeletons. A skeletal architecture dictated every single dinosaur movement. We start with the foundational difference: bipedal versus quadrupedal locomotion. Bipedal dinosaurs required precise limb alignment for stability. Powerful cauda-femorialis muscles powered the backward swing of the leg. This system allowed for surprising bursts of speed, yet stability was key. But now that we understand bipedal mechanics, let's explore the quadrupes. Quadrupes distribute immense weight across four columnar limbs. Their gait was often less about speed and more about endurance. Soft tissues acted as critical shock absorbers for their mass. Tracking their pace reveals consistent, rhythmic limb coordination patterns. Stride width is crucial. Too narrow creates instability under load. The hip joint evolved to handle massive vertical and rotational forces. This structural integrity is the secret to their enduring longevity. But in contrast, the fastest dinosaurs utilized dynamic bounding gaits. The massive tail acted as an essential, kinetic counterbalance system. Without it, sharp turns at high velocity would be impossible. Understanding the footfall envelope reveals walking efficiency. The elongated metatarsals acted like specialized spring extensions. Reversing the motion shows the energy being loaded into the limb structure. A scale dramatically impacts muscle mass required for limb movement. Smaller predators relied more on agility and quick directional changes. But their joints allowed greater angular movement than their giant cousins. And the terrain itself played a vital, often overlooked, role in movement. And slopes required adjusting the center of mass significantly forward or back. Your cartilage and synovial fluid minimized friction in these massive hinges. An aquatic movement presented entirely different biomechanical hurdles. Swimming often reverted them toward primitive, paddle-like limb motions. The terminal elements, the feet, provide the final interface with the world. Over distance, efficiency meant minimizing wasted vertical energy. The spine was not rigid, it actively participated in the gait cycle. On this, wave transferred momentum efficiently from hips to shoulders. Bipeds often exhibited more pronounced spinal extension and flexion. But even the head's movement was optimized to keep the eyes level. Muscle fiber specialization determines maximum sustainable exertion levels. But herds demonstrate collective locomotion, adapting their gait to the group. This synchronized motion likely served defensive or social purposes. A modern modeling helps us reconstruct these extinct gaits digitally. We test hypotheses on mass, limb length, and muscle attachment points. The biomechanical limits define the absolute maximum speeds achievable. Rapid cycling demands incredible ligamentous elasticity. Small dinosaurs often achieved higher stride frequencies than giants. For the largest herbivores, maximizing ground clearance was vital for stride length. The socket shape dictated how far forward or backward the leg could swing. But travel routes were chosen based on terrain suitability for their gait. But aerodynamic factors also slightly influenced their faster movements. Even hatchlings exhibited primitive versions of adult locomotive strategies. But growth plates dictated how quickly their limbs could lengthen and strengthen. Predators optimized for stealth using minimal ground disturbance. The pelvic girdle is the anchor point for all propulsive forces. The fastest bipeds spent significant time airborne in a bounding phase. Energy stored in tendons was released to reduce metabolic cost. The locomotion changed based on environmental pressures, like cooling temperatures. On leg posture, the erect stance was key to supporting colossal mass. Resting required minimal muscular input thanks to locked joint mechanisms. But each dinosaur evolved the optimal gait for its specific ecological niche. Fossil evidence hints at wear patterns consistent with these complex motions. Understanding their locomotion unlocks the true scale of their dominance. Their steps shaped the very ground beneath them for millennia.